I have your attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Crypto Night Show. Your host Superman in the house, and we've got a big show on today. We're going to be talking about the gaming boom on PulseChain. So I hope you guys enjoy it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Of course, gaming is fun. Now, obviously, this has got a bit of a crossover between gaming and decentralized casinos and the games that are on there. So just it's a bit of a mix of those two. But there is a bit of a gaming boom happening at the moment, which is kind of interesting, right? Given where we are in PulseChain history. We also got some issues with the PulseChain bridge, as I understand it. So it's causing a bit of controversy as well. I've seen it out there also. Let us know in the chat if you guys have experienced anything there. I think it's technically down or something. I haven't got anything going over the bridge right now, so not really using it. But let us know if that is the case. So DG and Hexkin in the house there. Go Superman. Hey, welcome DG and Hexkin. Big shout out. And then we've got Blair as well. Hey, all good to see you, Blair. Now, if you guys are watching, of course, don't forget to share the show out on X. That is the link there in the chat. If you're on X, of course, just hit the repost button. Just takes a moment to do that, and I really appreciate that. So get that out there as well. If you guys haven't checked out the monster thread for the week as well, that was out about 2 days ago. So go check that out, or a day and a half, or just over a day and a half. Go check that out as well on MVS Crypto site. Also, we got DeFi Gardner in the house there. What's up, my man? Good to see you, DeFi. Hope you're doing well there. I like your little garden image there. All right, so we're going to get into the show. Let's check it off, though. We're going to start with the stock market as usual and see what's been happening there because we've had such green candles on the stock market, haven't we? Green candles. So we're going to get that, and then we're going to get into crypto markets, and then we're going to get into PulseChain and, of course, all the gaming protocols that are booming right now, or at least ramping up, that's for sure. Still early days, I would say. Still early days, but certainly looking good. All right, so let's get into the stock market, and we got the S&P 500 closes lower as NVIDIA and a big tech stumble, they say, stumble. We got the Dow Jones at the moment down 0.2%, 88 points to 46,292. We got the S&P 500 down 0.5% at 36 points down to 6,656, and of course the Nasdaq with all the tech companies in it is currently down almost 1%, 215 points. To 22,573. So just a bit of profit taking, but easing off there. US dollar is at 96.89. And let's have a look at the West Texas crude. We're at $63.70. That is up 0.5%. Brent oil flat at $67.90. And we got gold at the moment at just below 3,800, down $22, 0.6%. And silver at $44.20. Down about 40 cents there as well. So that is the commodities. Now, we did have a few little signals from Jerome Powell and the Federal Reserve, and that is Powell signals caution's approach to further cuts. U.S. manufacturing services activity slips as well. Powell largely reiterated his remarks from last week's press conference that the Fed cut rates, saying the central bank faces a challenging situation amid near-term risks to inflation that are tilted to the upside and risks to employment to the downside. When our goals are in tension like this, our framework calls for us to balance both sides of our dual mandate. And of course, Powell said, adding that the Fed's policy is to not on a preset course. It's not on a preset course, so they're data dependent. A Fed cut rates by a large telegraph 25 basis point last week. And of course, that is really the beginning of what we're expecting to be the rate cut cycle, because we've already got the bond market already pricing in 2 more rate cuts within the 75 basis points and 3 rate cuts for next year. So really, regardless of what Powell says, I think we've kind of the market's currently expecting the rate path to go down, and therefore that's risk on for crypto and stocks. So I think that's pretty much. I think the probability is strongly in our favor there. The Fed rate cuts, yeah. So a number of Fed members warned on Monday that central bank's recent cut diminished the need for further easing. So that does raise a little bit of concern. But of course, we know that the White House is definitely wanting to pressure for rate cuts as well. And as I said to you, rate cuts they moved too late, and they did the fastest rate cut in history, rate rise I should say in history, and they looks like they're probably going to do the same on the other side, which is move too slowly. One would argue if they hold on to these positions and so forth, but they may get a lot more pressure on them. We shall see to do a faster rate cut. And of course, so but recently confirmed Fed Governor Stephen Moran on Monday called for aggressive reduction. So there we go. That is going to be really interesting to see there. Additionally, the Fed Reserve of Chicago President Austin Goolsbee, I should say, said earlier to Tuesday interest rates could be reduced if inflation continues to cool down. Inflation, of course, around about 2.9% at the moment. We have seen a lot of inflation being driven from food and vehicles, things like that have been causing inflation. Markets are now placing a roughly 90% chance of a quarter point reduction in the Fed's rate cut from the current range of 4.4% to 4.25% at the central bank's next meeting in October. So everyone's still expecting those rate cuts by the end of the year, right? So that's kind of the key bit there. Just having a look here. The composite purchasing manufacturing index slipped to 53, so still in growth mode, but down. Manufacturing sector PMIs is moved down. Edged down to 52, so it's also down, but still in growth mode over 50. That is where we are right now on some of the economy. So let's jump over to I guess crypto. That's kind of where we are right now. That's where we are. So it's not really much change in the view that we had on the interest rates there. Not bad. Let's see if we've got any more comments in the chat there. We got Wookie and us. Trump to the moon. Yeah, talking about Trump. He was at the UN, and of course the UN is essentially not only is it ineffective, but it's been taken over by the forces of evil, really. You can think of every bad actor you can think of, the Marxists, the globalists, the Islamists. They're all there. And the place is just a putrid mix of corruption, really, the UN. So Trump's there, and he gave them a big lambasting. So that was good. How many of them actually hear it? We'll find out. But certainly, he is putting pressure on in many ways, multiple ways. So a very broad approach of tools and mechanisms Trump is using in the background. A lot of us don't get to see, but definitely a lot of that pressure being matched with the words. The funny thing was that as they were going up the escalator, it stopped just as they jumped on it, which was a bit alarming, to be honest. And also the teleprompter wasn't working either when he gave his speech. And so, but I don't think they were laughing as much as they were last time. Remember the Germans when they laughed and he said, "Oh, you stopped all your you took all your nuclear plants down," which I think was 5 or 6 nuclear plants. And of course, they ended up putting them in an absolute crisis when they had to start buying gas from Russia and the Russia war was on. So they're feeding weapons, of course, through the Ukraine. So it's all pretty embarrassing. They laughed at Trump, and of course, what Trump said came true, utterly true, in fact. So this is what globalists are like, right? Idiots, basically, idiots. Trump to the moon. So it was a pretty good session of the day there. Obviously, he's working on multiple issues. Through from all the wars in Russia and the Gaza, and also trying to close those down. Obviously stopped 7 other wars so far, which has been amazing. He's having to deal with Macron, who's such a slippery snake, right? Macron, the French president, he's a slippery snake. All of them are slippery snakes that he's having to deal with. So wish him luck there. And of course, Secretary of State Rubio doing a great job, really doing a great job out there. So it's pretty cool. So it's that's kind of where we are. The other big thing that we saw outside Trump was that we saw Michael Saylor go to the White House talking about the Bitcoin strategy, acquisition strategy. So I think we might get some news coming up further about where the US government is going to be going with its Bitcoin strategic reserve and altcoin stockpile strategies, which we're expecting a paper to come out, if I'm remembering rightly, in October. So we'll try and do some more stuff on that. That is coming up. So crypto's got more bullish things coming ahead for the end of the year, going to fuel the fire after the interest rate cuts. So that was a nice segue there, Wookie. Some good words there, some good thoughts. All right, so let's jump over to crypto. Anyone into crypto in the chat? You guys into crypto? You guys into crypto? Let's jump over to the crypto where we are right now. So unfortunately, we're red again, just like we were yesterday. And so we got the crypto market down 0.3% at 3.972 trillion. Not down a lot, but still down. 18,882 coins on CoinGecko here at the moment. And speaking of that, we got Q Baller in the house there. Morning all. Good to see you, Q Baller. Welcome to the chat. And let's jump down to Bitcoin. Bitcoin at the moment at just below our our key point is that $112,000 mark. We're just below that right now, 111,885, down 0.6%. We're still holding pretty strong. And what have we seen happening? So we've seen obviously a lot of the corporates that have been accumulating largely, which is about 180, I think, at the moment, have been accumulating now more through ETFs. So as opposed to through direct buying or brokers and custodials now through ETFs. So ETFs seem to be getting a lot more love there, and that's expected to ramp up. So I've always said this, once you get the corporates, changing their risk management profile, accepting Bitcoin, things like that, it does take time for them to ramp that up, and it takes time for more and more companies to get added to the list. And so the quick way of getting into it was the Bitcoin ETFs and things like that. Because that is a great way. Now, we also got, in addition to that, we've got the pure treasuries, right? The treasuries that are adding Bitcoin for Bitcoin's sake. And then, of course, we've got a lot of big bullish things happening on top of that, is that they're now making a lot of debt and equity products on the top of the Bitcoin that they hold, and offering a lot of exotic products, which is, a bit like what Michael Saylor does. So it's getting pretty clever out there, and that means more dominance and more takeover of the store of value narrative, right? So we have both gold at the moment, obviously rallying as well, and they have many of the same traits, right? Except, of course, Bitcoin is digital, can be moved at the speed of electrons. Is it electrons? So yeah, that's pretty awesome. So that's kind of some of the stuff happening there right now. Ethereum, of course, sitting at $4,162, down 1%. And of course, I tell you this, guys, the ETH acquisition vehicles must be loving these prices of Ethereum right now. Absolutely. So let's pull up the strategic ETH reserve. I think we've got that here. Just to bring that up earlier, but let's bring it up now. And of course, we talked about the fact that Bitmine Immersion yesterday disclosed their 264,000 ETH purchases in the previous week. And they'll be loving these prices right now. I tell you this, Tom Lee will be laughing himself so silly that he's buying Ethereum at this price. It is crazy, guys, that they managed to get these pullbacks with market manipulations that we saw on the Sunday, right? And we saw also, some of the exchanges selling taking out all the long positions. We saw a lot of different activities happen. We saw the China news about not accepting Bitcoin again, trading Bitcoin again. So we had all these sort of variables operating on the Sunday, and here we are. So, but Tom Lee would be so excited, and any acquisition vehicle here picking up Ethereum must be absolutely laughing at. Because they're getting it for such a good price. You got to remember, these guys want to anchor the cornerstone of Ethereum, so they're after 5%. And Tom Lee said, "Oh man, Tom said I want it cheap. I want it cheap, but I just don't know whether I'm going to get it all cheap." And at the moment, he's getting it pretty damn cheap. So he'll be buying this up like a hungry bear with honey on his lap. I mean, honestly, this is a dream come true for Tom Lee. He wants to get that 5%. Remember, 6 million. Ethereum there, and it is a dream run. I just can't say it enough because it's so crazy. And of course, he wants to do it fast too, right? Wants to do it fast as well. All part of the plan there. A very smart guy, and things are working in his favor very, very nicely. They're getting a lot of exchanges to buy their Ethereum, of course. They're doing a lot of different methods of buying their Ethereum, obviously OTC and things like that. It is pretty crazy. So at the moment, they're sitting on 2.42 million Ethereum. And that is amazing stuff. So they've got 40% of their target of 6 million already. And of course, eventually this will pull up the prices, right? We'll pull up the prices of ETH because it's being sucked out of the exchanges, as we said a couple of times now over the acquisition period since June, July, August into September now. The exchange amounts have gone from like 20 million ETH down to probably lower than 17 now is my guess. So pretty crazy. I might get an updated number on that, but that is approximately true there. So that is pretty amazing. And of course, all these other acquisition vehicles are also wanting to accumulate Ethereum in its early days. We've only just begun. and there's tens of billions of dollars and probably eventually hundreds of billions of dollars will be flowing into the old Ethereum, and probably eventually, of course, trillions through different methods, right? So it's going to be fun, guys. It's going to be fun. We've had some key things, right? So we've obviously got the Genius Act with trillions of dollars of stable coins coming. We've got the approval of SEC approval for things like NASDAQ to be able to do the listings as well. So that's potentially trillions of dollars coming through that as well. We've got the Clarity Act coming towards the end of the year. We've got potentially government acquisition on Bitcoin and altcoins coming as well this year. So it's game on. Of course, Michael Saylor going there to the White House was a big stamp on that. So it's going to be pretty fun. All right, so that is where we are right now. Let's jump over to where we're going from here. We're going to go to the rest of the market. So we've got the XRP right now down 0.9% at $2.83. The big story of the last week has been, of course, BNB hitting $1,000, and it's popped below yesterday. It is back over it today. So it's at $1,016 right now, up 2.4%. At number 5, Solana there is sitting is up to down 2.8% at $214, and then we've got Doge there at number 8, down 1.6% at just below 24 cents, and finally Tron is at 33.6 cents, is down 1.2% at number 10. And there's a big gap now between Tron and ADA, so that gap has separated now, and of course Cardano they're down 2.6%, so we've now got a pretty big gap of about $2.2 billion. So that's they're gapped up there. So Tron is nice and safe for the time being in spot number 10. Let's go to the best performer last 24 hours. Obviously, BNB up 2.2%, the only green today. And the best performance in the week is BNB as well, up 6.4%. So that is BNB winning the winning the week's award. Moving to the top 100. Hash is sitting at number 67 as the best performer this week, 21.7%. Story IP at number 47. Second best performer up 20%. Avalanche there, number 17, up 12%. And then Near token or Near protocol at number 48 is the fourth best performer, 8.8%. And BNB from the top 10 there at number 5 is up 6.4% for the week. So those are our top performers. Moving to the top 1,000, we got the token called Bless, number 1 there, up 187%. Quanto up 147%, and Troll up 0.5% there. Let's have a quick look at those. We'll try and speed through these, but we always like to see if there's anything interesting for us to check out that may be a good performer in the top 1,000. And we got Bless there is 402, been around since how long? September 23. So only what's it, a day? Is it a day? No, sorry, it's a day. Is it September 23? Sorry, this because I got it on the 24-hour. My bad. Let's put it on the old max there. Oh, it's still the same. Still the same. So it's just launched 23 there, and that is on Solana chain. And let's have a look at the Blessed network. I don't know whether it's some sort of second layer network or what it is. World's first shared computer. Okay. Next supercomputer will be how it works. Install the extension. Okay. Crew time. Well, that could be interesting. Shared computer AI play. Okay, it might be something for those tech geekies to check out. It's got Chrome extension and a dashboard as well. So there we go. Just launched, and it's got a market cap at 149 mil, and sitting at number 402. Could be something interesting to look at. Blessed there. Connecting a computer though, that's probably the security around that. Anyway, so the next one is we swapped out here AI companions. We looked at it yesterday, so I'm not going to look at that again. Punk Strategy, so we have two of them flip out here. Punk Strategy, that's number 3. So those other two disappeared. Punk Strategy, though, number 964. It's been around since the 16th September for, about a week, maybe. It is on Ethereum chain. Let's have a look, punkstrategy.fun. Have a quick look at this one here. Welcome to the perpetual punk machine, an automated protocol designed to get exposure to crypto punks forever. Enter the app. Okay. We called it the yo-yo. 10% of each trade of Punkster is taken as a fee. Stored in the protocol, minus 2% rake. When there's enough fees in a pool, the machine buys a floor punk. Aha! Oh, this might, well, if it gets enough volume, might be able to make a little bit of impact, maybe a long term, if it gets sustained power. The mission buy and sell punks. Okay, well, that's interesting. That's a pretty good idea. It's still subject to supply and demand, but let's have a look at the end of the app there. So currently holding 12.8 ETH. So I don't know what the cheapest punk at the moment is 46.5 ETH. So I don't know if they've actually had enough yet because it's been around for a week, did we say? But progress to next purchase, 27%. So have they actually bought one yet? That's the question. Currently holding. Oh, they have. Okay, they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 punks with this method. Okay, it's a bit like going from individuals to like a collective almost, isn't it? Almost a collective type approach there. Okay, wow, might go 10, 11 punks, and they might get 13. So yeah, number punk 16, 13. Now, what's the highest punk they've got, or at least the earliest mint? They got 267, 275. I wonder what the most valuable punk is at the moment. Anyone know? Anyone can check the old NFT markets. Let us know. But that's pretty interesting. Okay, cool. Punk strategy. It's a bit like Michael's Bitcoin strategy, but for punks, give some support there. I wonder how much that's if that's managed to lift the floor price much. Obviously, they're buying the floor ones, but the price is still holding up pretty well. Interesting. Okay, cool. See, that's why we check out some of these things because we find it every so often. It's 36 million market cap right now, and obviously, if crypto runs and the punks, run with it, then as one of the top tier NFT collections from previous cycles, etc., then they could do pretty well. We shall see. Certainly helping with floor price. All right, so that is the mark there. What else are we going to say about that? Total market 3.97 trillion. Bitcoin's just had a little bit of a move up high there, 112,257, and Ethereum there just below 4,200. So having a little bit of a green there during the live streams. How about that? We got Sean in house there. Morning all. Good to see you, Sean. Bottom signals everywhere. Ivan laughing at Hex, Pulse, Andrew Tate sledging RH, and we are also going to win. I kind of saw the Andrew Tate, but I wasn't sure if it was real or not, Sean. We might have to go check that out. Let me know if that's the case. I did see the Andrew Tate thing, but I thought, was that real? Was it someone just sending it around? Didn't there's lots of fakes out there, right? Lots of fakes. Donald Trump supports PulseChain. A little picture and all that sort of nonsense. All right, so that might be real there based on what you're saying. All right, so that is where we are right now on the old crypto markets, and it's a kind of a novel little approach there. We could probably do that on PulseChain, but I don't think we have. Do we have any real 90mm sold out all the NFTs? I guess we've got a couple, maybe one or two NFT collections that are doing still okay. NFT sort of market didn't really just collapsed, I guess, on the back. I guess PulseChain not really humming at this stage, although we're excited about the future. But yeah, we shall see. That is cool vip, as we said, cool vip. Should we get into PulseChain markets, and then we're going to get into the gaming on PulseChain, which is really starting to bloom, isn't it? A bit of bloom going on. So let's get into that. Now, the other thing is Crypto Class is taking off a few months in the end of this year we won't be streaming. So she's one of our top female influencers out there. I think she does a weekly show, I think it is, brings on normally another top female personality generally. Sometimes has a few other people like Fast Abdul and others on it. But hey, look, we've got the Crypto Paradise show and, of course, the Crypto Night show on daily covering PulseChain. So, for those that didn't going to miss her show, you can check us out daily here on Crypto Paradise and, of course, on the Crypto Night show. XGame on fire, says Sean. Yeah, it's starting to really move again, isn't it, Sean? And, of course, it defied the RSIs, Sean. Defied the RSIs. Everyone's getting excited for XGame about to launch. So, awesome stuff, Sean. All right, let's get into PulseChain, Pulse Gains, and we're going to cover the markets here. So PulseChain, of course, day 865 since PulseChain launched, and we're currently got the price of Pulse at the moment is at quadruple 0365, sitting at 37% of the mean sacrifice price, and is down 0.4% today. PulseX at quadruple 0237, down 1.8%, sitting just below 24% of the mean sacrifice price. The buy and burn's gone up slightly from yesterday. 7.78% has been bought up and burned, so it's slowly ticking away in the background. And Signum token at the moment, $1.38 is down 0.2%, and that was green, wasn't it? Slightly green, but it's down today. And then we've got Hex at the moment at 82, almost 8,300%, actually green. So it's the green one today, up 3%. And we've got EHEX there at quarter of a penny, combined price X and PX at 1.08 cents. So just below 1.1 cents, I guess. That is EHEX and PX. So good to see at least EHEX there green. Gas prices at the moment, 880,000 beats. So that's pretty much what we've seen the last couple of days. 1 cent for a PulseX swap. We've got validators right now, 53,000 validators. So that's up slightly, maybe about 100, is it, from yesterday? So that's the first step we've seen for some days, and that's gone up 100. So that's good news. Maybe vouchers to do with it, dealing with it. I don't know. Bridge value is pretty similar to yesterday, 110 million. So it's pretty much where we were yesterday, I think, maybe just slightly down. And those are our numbers. So it's not too much to say about that. Not much change from yesterday. Which brings us on into the overall markets. Bam! And we've got $13.9 million in volume. So not huge volume, but it is what it is. We've sort of been stuck between 12 and $15 million for maybe a week, is it? Something like that. And we got 249,000 transactions, pretty similar to yesterday, just down slightly there. Now, top performers are some of the gaming tokens that we're going to be talking about. So we'll talk about them as we go. But the first one is PulseLand. So PulseLand there is up 670%. It's been around for over 2 months. And of course, it was on the, Matty Allen's conference, was it? Was it Matty Allen's or RH Max's conference? I think it was Matty Allen's PulseChain conference that was on. You can double check me there, but I think that's the case. Now, also Moon King out there, one of the big influencers with over 100,000 followers. He has been shilling this today, hasn't he? Or at least promoting it today. Along with a few others like Shellgates and others. I've seen a few posts around there for PulseLand. So PulseLand price got pumped to the moon. And normally it does about $1,500 of volume, maybe 2,000 at tops. Sometimes it does a little amount. But today it's about almost $294,000 right now. So a massive jump in the volume, and the price is up 700%, which is 8x in the last 24 hours. So congratulations for those holding PulseLand. And it's continued to rise as we're talking here. It's gone to 0005. It did spike all the way up to 0006800. There's now at 0005,000 on the US dollar price. And look at the ratio to Pulse, because this is obviously everything relative to Pulse. We've gone pretty much from 1.65 Pulse to 13.8. So a lot of people are putting their Pulse in there because it's a place for it to go. I guess it's a place for it to go. So that is at 13.8. So pretty huge, but it did spike up here to 19.2. So whoever was selling into that there, they got a ton of Pulse. Yesterday, they would have got 1.7 Pulse, but they were lucky and they ended up getting 19 Pulse. So people put their Pulse in and someone else took their Pulse out. There we go. Boom, 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 chaka-laka, boom, boom. There we go. That's how crypto works. That is PulseLand. Let's have a quick look at PulseLand on X. So this is PulseLand on X, of course, and I'm pretty sure that was Matty Allen, so we could double check that, but pretty cool. Now, we do have a few little posts here from them. They've been obviously pretty excited about the price pumping as well. But the last one, there was a third, so they haven't really talked about too much. But it's a 3D world, right? So 3D world. Let me just go here. Farmers Unite. They are on Homie Farms, which I think is Randy Alaski's farm, isn't it? And you can find that on Hocus Pocus. So they're on there with their PLand token, PLand. Big thank you to Randy Alaski and Fast Abdul for adding PLand to the Homie Farms. There we go. So it's definitely on there. That was on the 6th of September, which is 18 days ago. But then today, it's all come alive. So PulseLand property auctions go live within a week. And then maybe that's what got people excited. Is that what got people excited? Let's look at the hourly chart here. No, it's been pumping earlier than that. So someone had front run knowledge. Is that what's happened? Someone had front run knowledge. If it's been known, that news only came out 3 hours ago. Then someone front run that. So there's been manipulations on the market. That's welcome to crypto. There we go. So the last 7 hours, that has mooned big time there, 14.49, and the excitement's still there. The market is not sold down. Property land auctions go live in a week. So obviously in a 3D world, you can go buy land, right? And that will be a land boom. That would be a land boom. Sean says front running the FW pump. Yeah, that's right. That is pretty big. So obviously people are going to be, land grab. There's a 3D world, so it's not a 2D land grab like we saw in Mafia game, but a 3D world. So it'll be a lot more engaging, and people will have their little avatars walking around and all sorts of crazy stuff. Remember the first time that they made these 3D worlds and people started living their lives on there, having affairs and stuff like that, crazy stuff, dude. People. Sometimes I think people are amazing, and other times people think people are just like, you guys know. It's just like, what the hell? All right, anyway, we got PulseLand property auctions go live within a week. So own your piece of the first land metaverse. That came out 3 hours ago, but the market pumped before that. Who's got the inside information? That's the problem. And then we got OwnLand and PulseLand equals earn. Every game and DApp and PulseLand generates revenue, so it's going to be a big ecosystem. You think about like that. So lots of different stuff in it. PLand buy and burns, and of course payouts to property owners. So people owning owning some property, they're going to get some payouts. So that's going to drive value, isn't it? Just like crazy. So I think it's going to be pretty crazy, guys. Obviously got a lot of attention there. Zay says, I remember last cycle when the sandbox game and Decentraland blew up. Problem with Decentraland, of course, on Ethereum was that the ETH prices got so expensive that it became a dead game, right? That's really what happened. Blew up and everyone was buying virtual property. Got so big, Snoop Dogg was buying up property live on social media, image getting into a project like that under 500K market cap. So, we've talked about, sometimes these games can really blow up. And so maybe this is going to be a killer app for PulseChain. We'll see. Obviously, XGame is another one we've been, thinking that will be one as well, and that is also pumping today. So that's a pretty good comment there. 3 hours ago, absolutely. Stay tuned. Do you get any updates since PLand is mooning? Absolutely, stay tuned. Auction coming soon. Games are finished and next blockchain plan. So there we go. So it looks like we're going to have the auction and games coming out. A certain Moon King may or may not have found PulseLand and told the subscribers about it. So it was 3 hours ago. Yeah, but the price already mooned, right? So the price already mooned. Who knew? In these 4 hours here, and all the volume came in. Insider information, right? Insider information. So that is clear on the chart. No doubt about that. Something's gone awry, as we say. PulseLand economics in line one. Revenue through constant building. There's going to be a bank because the 3D world, right? I guess not surprised it's going to be a bank. Property owners, obviously, one's going to be property owners, and PLand buy and burn. So we're going to burn a token there. 2 hours ago, welcome to all the new friends joining PulseLand. We're committed to building and expanding nonstop from games and dApps to possible gambling, pending registration there. So it looks like they're after some sort of a proper gambling license as well, but like XGame, I guess, and cross-chain connections. So there we go. Everything we do is designed to bring users and revenue back to PulseChain. The real bull hasn't even started yet, and when it does, we'll be ready. So some big talks there. So that is pretty much it. And you guys may have seen some videos of PulseLand from the conference there. So that's kind of, you can go check those out. But that is on the move. And obviously we know, where will the price go to? Will it be a pump and dump? Will it be a pump and dumpity dump and then pump again? So obviously, no suggestion whatsoever. So don't buy the top of candles. Guys know the rule. Don't buy the top because these guys in here, these guys that gone on first, they'll dump on your heads, right? Especially if some of the people we know that are like this, and you know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about without saying it, will dump on your head. But anyway, it's on the move. Market cap currently 500,000, so still cheap on the market cap. So could reasonably pump for multiple days if it's enough thing. But of course, there are certain people involved that are going to make mad gains from getting in early. So we'll see what happens there. Someone knew early, and that has pumped it up. Anyway, so what are we going to say about this? That is PulseLand. So the PulseLand is up right now. What else we got going? So that is PulseLand. That's going to be a big thing on PulseChain, no doubt about that. And what else? We're going to get into XGame, right? XGame is pumping again as well. Even though the RSI was super hot, remember it's cooled off a little bit. So the price did cool off a little bit here on the 4 hourly and has pumped back up. We look at the RSI here, we can see that we bounced off 50 on the 4 hourly and we're currently at 64. So it's got more room to move. We're currently at we're just going to round up 1.7 cents and the market cap at 16.8 million. This is obviously going to be huge. I think it's got the big fire whale, one of our big two whales backing it. And this is looking around. They want to be around for a long time, 10 years or something. So that's huge. So that's on the mark there. But I wanted to look at the daily, didn't I? Let's go look at the daily RSI. And it is stayed hot, around 77, but it's still come off from being, up at 89. Had a little retrace there and back up again and looking very strong, isn't it? Looking very strong right now with the anticipation that XGame will be coming soon. Of course, Randy was mentioning yesterday they might be having this final test net, so it's a little confusing with that information. But let's go have a look on X. And of course, the website was down temporarily yesterday, wasn't it? But it's back up when I checked it before I turned in for the evening. Let's see if there's any news here. Let's see if there's any news here. Well, there is Panos there. I'm not sure his role in there, but he always seems to be covering it. September is historically a bad month for crypto, and this September is no different. October is weeks away. XGame is weeks away. It doesn't look like XGame's going to make it for September based on this, assuming his information is correct there. So XGame looks like Randy may have been right about that, because Randy's one of the partners, so to speak. It looks like we might get a final testnet and then the actual game. So it looks like we might move into October. Everything's moving into October. Probably not a bad idea, given the fact that October is Uptober. Maybe that's the best place for it to be, along with Coinwell and all that, assuming that launches there too. So that is XGame. XGame pumping at the moment. As Sean says, can't say much better than that. XGame is on fire. There we go. So that's XGame right now, and let's see how high it will go. The other thing, of course, is Firewell, one of the other pump tires that's associated to the brand of Firewell. It's been pumping as well, so it's up 19%. Kind of had a late move though, didn't it, compared to everything else? But it is moving, and now, so what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost a week. It's been pumping quadruple 4,700 right now on the old Firewell token. And remember, this is the one that Firewell owned the least. All the other ones he had the majority holdership, but Firewell he only had 55%. And so there we go. It's the one that the retail book can hold the most of. That is the old XGame, and we're excited about it. It's going to be multi-chain, 30% referral, impacts with SolidX, of course. They're going to have SolidX staking. They're going to have different tiers based on US dollar value, which means that people get in later can also get a good deal. They're going to have profit sharing, burning of the token. They're going to have tiered perks like bank accounts and credit cards. Could very well be the first credit card on PulseChain. We'll see. There is another team, I can't remember who it was. I think it was Liberty Swap, talking about credit cards too. And I think that'd be pretty popular on PulseChain, especially with issues around the bridge, I guess. We'll see how that goes. But that is in play. Now, what else have we got going? So that is XGame. I think we've talked about that nicely. Now we've obviously got Gladiator games. Now I've got to make my list up here because I haven't got it up, but we're going to go to Gladiator games. Let's go into Rome. I'll come back to the rankings at the moment, but we're going to go to the Rome. Since we're talking about the games now, we might as well keep going. Rome token, of course, from Gladiator Games. That is starting to rise back up after, of course, the wallet was taken there. Sean says XGame pump onto SolidX for staking. Yeah. And probably the SolidX prices come down because of XGame pump. Probably some bit of shifting there maybe going on also. Yeah. Are you talking about flipping? If you're talking about flipping, Sean, then yeah, that's definitely logical. Do that. Anyway, so let's get into there's the hourly chart here on Rome token from Gladiator Games. Obviously, there was a bit of drama around the OA wallet getting hacked and some bad security around seed phrases on old GitHub files, which are only apparently temporarily, but still sitting there, unfortunately. And someone managed to go through all the files, which is pretty, it's not unheard of, but it is pretty crazy that people do that. And of course, 600 the OA wallet is basically hacked, and the profits of the game, Pulse and stuff, were hacked too, and sold and sent off to Change Now. Little hacker. The hacker did have some Mafia in their wallet, and so suggests that there may be somebody that plays Mafia. Obviously, have some possible dev skills as well. It is what it is. But the dev, Jason, has got back on the horse, and that's all you can do. And is building the game back better. And of course, he paid out personally from the looks of it his the tournament 2 profits. We got tournament 3 coming up this weekend for the Gladiator Games, which is a fantastic game. It's going to be pretty exciting. Sean says rotating, yes, SolidX staking in December. Yeah, that makes sense, Sean. This is Gladiator Games. So tournament 3 this weekend, big prizes. So we're going to talk about that. And at the moment, the price is on a slow grind back to the upside. There was a whole new holdership since the 600 million got distributed. All these people will start buying the token up, either speculating generally, and now we've got a whole ton of whales sitting on the Rome. So we'll see how that plays out. But the previous price was up at 0.0024 before the got hacked and the wallet got hacked, and now it's been redistributed. So basically all that stuff's been redistributed. I think the 27 million is gone. So let's go quickly check that. Let's go quickly check. I think they had 27 million left in the wallet. I think they may have sold that out now. Let's go quickly check. Presumably, I think that was in a separate wallet. So we're going to quickly do it live. We'll do it live. So yeah, I think that's gone because there's no 27 million there now. Pretty sure it was in that wallet. So, but we do have a lot of whales now, over 1%. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 23. And of course, it looks a lot more like a pump tires when they're not pump tires normally launch. You get a lot of 1% plus holders on those. So we'll see what they do. And that's where we are right now on that. So 194 holders. So that's definitely gone up quite a bit, the holder count. But the hacker is gone and it's a rebuild. So now they will be focused on the in-game currency gold. So when you go to get gold, you have to get Pulse and get the gold that funds the game. So it's actually really cool like that. On the other hand, of course, the use of Roam token is also partly in the game. That might be ramped up as well, give more utility to the Roam token. Of course, a lot more potential utilities coming down the line as well. But the big thing is that it's a game, and Tournament 3 is on this weekend. So if you want to pick up a game player, you can do that. The free version has been taken down. It's just a paid game now, and you can get into the tournament and maybe win some prizes. So let's quickly go to the Gladiator Games giveaway. So here is the official line here. So I'm going to go scroll down and bottom here, and I think we've got some posts here. Let me just scroll down. So the Coliseum opens again this Friday. This weekend, 168 battles, $650 in prizes, non-stop action, and voice chat madness. So the first place is $200. Second and fifth place is $100 each, and the sixth place is $50. Seventh to 10th place will get legendary gear. So that's like the top end weapons and shields and things like that. This weekend, even more blood and glory will you enter the arena. So everything's back on there again. So it's kind of cool. All right. What else are we going to say about that? So that's kind of cool. What else? Let's scroll back up here. I think there were a couple comments there. We had another comment here. Of course, the chance of Roma calling, $650 of prizes. Tournament begins Friday, 5 p.m. CST, 10 p.m. UTC time. So for those that are looking to play Gladiator games, I will be playing. So I'll see you there on the battlefield. I'll see you there on the battlefield. And good luck. I did average last time. So, I mean, the chances are 50-50. 50-50 on beating me. That's pretty much it. So there we go. Unless I get slightly better, and then you're in trouble if I get slightly better. The problem I found is coming up to the guys with the old nets. They stun you with those nets, and it causes you a lot of trouble in the game. So, I don't know. All right, so that is pretty much it from Gladiator. So welcome back, Jason. Good to see you back on the horse. The Emperor is back. The Emperor's back there. It's a bit like the movies, isn't it? You too, Brutus. Tried to kill the Emperor. You too, Brutus. But the knife's going. But not this time. The Emperor is back. All right, so that is the Roam token. Let's go on to the next one, of course, is Mafia games. So let's do Mafia. Mafia from Jacob, of course, arguably the world's best peer-to-peer dev. The only thing we say is when launch. But does seem to be getting closer. This is the weekly check candles here from Mafia, because obviously been around for a long time. Market cap 634K. It hasn't finally launched yet. It's been launched in phases. So this has been the first real big game on PulseChain, but it's not fully launched yet. It does have the big vault, which is worth a ton. And of course, there is the game. So obviously you can see a lot of features have been launched in the game. And let's go to the game wiki to see the launch mode, see where it's up to at the moment. Is in phases. And we can see that it's had all the launches at the stage. We're up to game intelligence. So that's a new category. New categories getting added. I don't know. Vault requirements, obviously. The Pulse one got hit with the 5 billion, but the BNB, I'm not sure where that is, but it's probably about 30%, 60% way through or something like that. And then the official launch, right? So official launch there. So it looks like there's only one major main game block here. Do you want the same capabilities as developers? Get critical insights to help make important decisions there. So game intelligence has been added into the mix. They also added this other one called strength. Manage your equipment, improve your defense and offensive. So that looks like it's already been updated. They've also got a little bit of stuff here around group crime. So I don't think that's completely done here yet. It's a little bit weird. But we shall see. Is it getting close to launch? We got a few other things in here, but I'm not sure if those are all still pending. I think some of those are already live. So that's pretty much it. The other thing, of course, is multi-chain, right? So we've got BNB and PulseChain. They still have Base and Sonic down here with the CCIP, so the cross-chain technology there. So we'll see what happens in that space as well. And with that is Mafia. And of course, the main thing, of course, is launch, is that you'll be able to actually kill each other in the game. Oh no, it's a nice game. But you'll be able to kill each other in the game. And that's what everyone's waiting for, as well as, of course, once killing starts, then the families will get access to the big vault. And the vault, of course, has got tons of pulse in it. Let's go have a look at how much the vault is on PulseChain. It's also playing on BNB. There is 8.42 billion pulse. So worth $307,000 at the current price of Pulse. So obviously, if Pulse does a 3x, then you're getting towards $1 million in the game. And that's kind of where we are right now. They have added quite a few new features in the game. Obviously, racing, but some of these other things here. Obviously, got a lot of the businesses operating, hospitals, banks, shop, bullet factory, etc. All these sort of operating. And the other ones here, narcotics and jackpot operating there. They've got bodyguards now. You can put your bodyguards in place. That's pretty cool. What else? We've got the exchanges and stuff like that. Now, I'm no longer playing Mafia game, of course. I got deposed from the family after giving up my chance to be the Don of Dons. But that's just the way it goes, right? So there we go. That is a Mafia game, and Jacob's been working hard on that. So Mafia token right now is currently at 0006341. But how is it going versus Pulse? And let's have a look at the chart here for Mafia versus Pulse. Well, it's currently on the low versus Pulse, 17.42 right now. So obviously things could turn around pretty quickly once the killing starts. And of course, we'll see how that performs moving forward. Obviously, that big vault is something that the Mafia families are holding on to, and they're not going to really let it go. And I think there's pretty much what we call an oligopoly of families they're holding on to that now. So we shall see where that goes. So that is Mafia from Jacob, and we're looking forward to that. He's put a lot of work into that with the team over a long period of time. So the next one we're going to look at, of course, coming up is GeeZeR. GeeZeR. GeeZeR is, funny enough, another Mafia game. So we're going to have two Mafia games. What this one's going to look like compared to Jacob's one. Jacob's is high technology, high peer-to-peer. In other words, there's dozens and dozens of smart contracts. There's also some centralized server elements. But this is going to be coming up at GeeZeR in the Mafia space as well. So two in one space. Isn't that interesting? Interesting. Now, GeeZeR has set up some of their game cards very similar to a lot of traditional games that we see, is where Jacobs is, based on some of the older school, like Web 2 designs, I think. And here we are with GeeZeR. Quadruple 01726, and this game the launch is apparently in Q4, so in the next couple of months. So we're going to bring that up. It's a small team, all right. So the market cap's small. We saw that the Mafia's been around for a long time, but actually, GeeZeR is a relatively small team, and we can see that it's just started. 228 followers there. Maybe I don't know how many is a Telegram, maybe 100 or something. So it's just a brand new one. But you just never know. You just never know when it will come up, and what the game's going to be like. If the game's explosive, it could be pretty cool. I do like their game cards. Their game cards are very encouraging about what features they're going to have. And I just think their branding's a little funny. PulseChain GeeZeR. But the game itself might be really amazing. So we're going to keep a lookout for that. Keep open mind. And let's see where the heads have been participating in this meme coin thing. But we're looking forward to the game. I'm just trying to scroll down to see whether they got the game card that I was after. Don't see it here. Upgrades. Yes, you got upgrades here. It's going to be a lot more cartoonish from the looks of it, possibly. And maybe if it's a 3D world, that'd be something special, because the Mafia one is 2D world, really, even with the the map. But if this has got 3D world, then that's going to be an advantage, isn't it? I think everyone likes the 3D world. We'll see how that goes. So there we go. Oh, we even got a repost there from the Crypto Night Show. How about that? Smash that. Smash the heart there. But yeah, we're going to see how that goes moving forward. And of course, it was in the recent Monster thread too. Pretty cool. In the recent Monster thread, get that art too. But yeah, they had some interesting stuff happening. What else they got there? Yeah, then the Axel Farms. I thought there might be an Axel their farms there. But they got the cool power cards, right? So they're going to have in-game purchases. They're going to have cosmetics and skins, Mafia outfits, Liberty-inspired items, golden Peacock companions. And this is the thing. GeeZeR is also seen to be a dual token with Peacock from Liberty Swap. So that's pretty interesting. And Liberty Swap seems to be supporting them quite a bit. So don't know whether there's some cross-pollination of devs there or what's going on. They're going to have playable NFTs, characters, weapons, and gear with unique traits. They're going to have power boosts and upgrades, limited use boosts bought through GeeZeR and Peacock. So if you want to boost your elements, pretty cool. They're going to have Family Pass or Battle Pass, seasonal rewards, exclusive drops, and early access. Pitches funneled into buybacks and burns, or Liberty Swap Treasury, which is interesting. So it's kind of cool. So they've definitely got some game features there. There's another card that's pretty cool too. Yeah, we looked at that one there. I thought they had another game card down here, so we're just trying to find it. Actually, we don't have to do that. We can just go up to the Monster 3 because it's got it in there, isn't it? So let's scroll back up. Is everyone dizzy? Everyone dizzy? All right, so let's go there. It is there. That's the one I'm after. So we gone through the left one already. No, we've gone through the right one already. But the left one there says dual token system, obviously GeeZeR and Peacock. NFTs marketplace. We've gone through all that. Buybacks and burns. Season passes as well. So there we go. There's going to be token syncs as well. Purchase funneled and the buybacks. So there we go. Those are the two ones here. So it's a revenue model. Not bad. So GeeZeR at the moment. Small market, 14K. Liquidity 9.8K. And so yeah, keep a lookout for this. Maybe it's a little sneaker. And Q4 is the roadmap. They haven't got their website on here, but that is the case. All right, so that is the old GeeZeR, and that's going to be Mafia game too. 2 Mafia games. I don't know. How are we going to handle that, guys? How are we going to handle that? That's all I can say. Hey, we got Fat Sammy in the house there with hi all. Good to see you, Fat Sammy. And I've got a super sticker as well. Appreciate that. Is it going to show up? There we go. Chart requests PLSP on each chain. 29% lock for average to 7.5 years. So 29% of supplies locked for an average 7.5 years. 4% burn of the 21 million tokens so far, and capitalization on our bull flag breakout on the weekly. Well, we're going to check that out, Fat Sammy. We'll just finish our game coverage, and then we'll come back to checking that out. But here we are right now, GeeZeR looking interesting, and very early on this one compared to the others. But Q4 apparently is the launch. We'll keep a tab on that though. Obviously, 2 more weeks. Okay, Q4. So still could be at the end of Q4. I don't know. We're going to find out. But that is GeeZeR. The other one, of course, is OnChainBet, and we're going to come to that. This is the final game that we're looking at, and this is also Jacob from the Mafia game dev, and this is getting closer as well. Now, it does have a token claim, which apparently is ending in September. That's the first phase, and then it's the second phase after that, as I understand it, and that will be a worse rate for people getting in at the time. Currently, about 51% of people have actually claimed, and of course, people are burning their Pulse pot and BNB pot at 100 and I think it's 30 tokens respectively for the credit for OC tokens. So per Pulse pot BNB. So there we go. That is the mark there. Now, in terms of documentation, let's have a look at the setup here. That's got a launch phase as well. So seeing the same playbook as Mafia with launch phases. So we were talking about, well, is this going to launch in October? Well, if it's got a launch phase, I can't see that happening either, which means, how long is it going to take to launch? We love the technology, we love the vision, but the timeframes, really? So it's going to be dragging on. I mean, we really do want these launching sooner than later. So we'll have a look. We got the token claim, which is on at the moment. That's going to tick away there. And, look, they've even extended that. It's been extended. Oh, my God. Been extended. So that's now so I've been talking about September, which was the time frame, but I'm now looking at this, and it's now saying until the 1st of September 2025. Okay. So the easy claim process is still 1st September 2025. The main claim phase will run to the 1st of September. So I guess it's the same rate. At the moment, these are the conversion rates for tokens. Even Predict token is at 0005 OC tokens. So that's in play. I'm not sure what's happening with these Predict tokens here. So we'll have a check out that too. Second phase is the bridge. Now, there's no time frame to this. So the game's not even starting. So we got the bridge technology first, cross-chain bridge that enables seamless token transfers. And then we've got liquidity manager after that. So we've got all these phases now. It's not really clear how many of these will be launching at the same time. But we've got the liquidity manager there as well. Then we've got game testing. What? Game testing? So really push this it's frustrating, because just time goes on and on and on, year after year, feels like that. So it's a little frustrating. As you guys know, I've been extremely patient, more than anybody. I'm the main influencer covering a lot of Jacob stuff, but this is getting very frustrating, even for my diamond hand, get on the horse type thing. Game 4 here, testing, and then affiliate launch after that, and then daily rewards, and then full protocol launch. So I don't know, guys. We'll see. We'll just have to be patient again. That's all we can do. 2 more weeks, which is another, I don't know. What are we talking here? 6 months? We'll see. We'll hope for the best. But it is getting a little frustrating with this approach to development. All right. We got all these other protocols just launching, just going bam, 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 bam. And that takes its toll as well. So we'll see how it goes. Once again, we just hop back on a horse and be Mr. Patient, put the patient add on. That's pretty much. So that is it on OnChainBet there. It's got a launch phase as well. I was hoping it was going to launch in October. That would be huge street cred, but looks like months ahead of us still to go. All right. Will anything launch this year? That is going to be the question. Will Mafia game launch this year? That is the most front run developed at the moment. Will that intelligent phase actually finish? And will we get the Mafia full launch before the end of the year? And then, OnChainBet, are we looking at March now for this? I mean, that's the question, right? All right. And then there's PSD ALGO, right? Which obviously we have a few things required for that. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, let's jump over to PulseBot, BNB there. PSB? No, it's not Pulse Bitcoin, no. PLSB, yeah, we're on that one. And we're on to go to Ethereum, right? Ethereum, this one here. That's from Fat Sammy. 29% locked. Oh, look at that chart on the rise again in there, Fat Sammy. So there is a Pulse Bitcoin Council, and Fat Sammy is, I don't know if you're the leader or one of the leaders of that, and they have been doing a pretty amazing job of getting Pulse Bitcoin back on track. Now, Pulse Bitcoin essentially is the digital version of the real Bitcoin, in the sense that that's a proof of work, whereas this is all on digital, right? So you get the same mechanics. It's all sped up though, and it has Bitcoin halvings and everything else. It has an asset token as well, which you can use to mine, just like with physical asset miners, and mine Bitcoin and try and win one of those blocks through mathematical brilliance. But that is kind of where we are there. Yeah, so 29% locked for the average 7.5 years, 4% burnt of the 21 million, and of course capitalizing on our bull flag there. So there we are. Big shout out there, Fat Sammy. Pulse Bitcoin on the move, and you can see that chart looking pretty good. And you can see actually the lock coins as well. See a little green part, that's the lock coins over there. Looking good there, Fat Sammy. All right, keep abreast of that. So Pulse Bitcoin on the move. All right, finally, we're going to get back to the actual market on PulseChain. And so that was on Ethereum there, that Pulse Bitcoin. Pulse Bitcoin's also on PulseChain, so you can check that too. Now, let's get into the rest of the tokens. So we've got PulseLand at the top. We've got Curve is the number 2 there, up 28%. We've got XGame there just below 17 cents right now, up 22%. So nice little strong move there. Firewell up 20% as well. We've got Peppy Pump Tires up 15% there. Vouch, which had a big retrace, right? Vouch had a big retrace there. That has started to bounce. So it did bounce when we said yesterday that it might bounce. So it's kind of cool. We've got a big thanks there, Fat Sammy. Hey, thank you again. Yeah, so we got Vouch at the moment is a bit of on a rebound here at 406,000. So yeah, very cool there. Let's pull the RSI up, shall we? Now this has got 2 forms of income. Remember, it's got the reflection token, which I think is 5%, and then it's got the on the buy and sells, and then it's got the validators, which is now the number 1 validator on PulseChain with something like 4,000 validators. So pretty impressive stuff there. Let's go. We'll quickly check the news on it, maybe, because they might have even more validators. You just never know. But let's pull up the RSI, and we can see where that's at on the daily. So the daily we're around 50, so actually pretty good. Actually, might have a nice bounce from here, Wishley. Let's have a look at the Twitter account or the X account, and bam, let's go. So any news here? 22nd of September. What day is today? 24th. So it looks like they have got this from the 2 days ago. So they've had a 12% increase in the PLS staked, 15 billion now Pulse staked. So that's about twice as much that's in the vaults for Mafia, isn't it? 15 billion. 12% increase in total validators to 467. I guess these are the public validators, right? Oh, they got community validators too, so up 67%, 25%. Tokenomics are proving to be very effective flywheel for the ecosystem. Revenue is being used to add validators, and the buy and burn function continues to reduce supply. So there we go. So it's a long-term kind of proposition, isn't it? When you've got marginal or incremental additions to the validator book, and that increases your revenue over time as well. And the PulseChain moons, and this thing's going to hyper moon, isn't it? So it's a pretty good play from that point of view. You just don't want to buy the top, I guess, and the local top, especially at the beginning. But it could be quite a big move here. So they got now 4,455 validators. Wow, that's gone up about 460 validators since we last looked, or maybe 470 validators since we last looked at it. That's pretty impressive growth. So keep a lookout for this one there. The APR has also gone up slightly on the yearly as well. So there we go, pretty good. I'll give that a smash a like. 9 hours ago, 50 system validators, 17 community validators updates. So they've even had even more in the last 24 hours. They are adding a lot of validators. And of course, I should say, when we looked at the validator numbers on PulseChain, that this looked like we had a big jump, about 100 or something. So it's definitely Vouch playing a role there. Not bad, not bad. We've got a post there as well. All right. So where we're going? we're going back to Vouch. So that is Vouch right now. So on a bit of a good move there. We'll keep a track of that. What else we got going? We got Zero Trust with the old, I think this is the meme one there, 12.5%. We got Swarm been around for 25 days, up 12%. Surf Token from Crypto Paradise team, up a nice 7.8%. So nice little move there for Surf. Big shout out to the Crypto Paradise team. They're the other big, large channel that does, regular or daily live streams on PulseChain. And great shout out to Nick, Nate, and Amaru over there, doing a great job. Surf Token there, really good price to get into. They've got a marketing plan coming up, so getting a nice price entry for that. Trump Token, a meme coin as well, 5%. I cannot wait. Now, we've talked about gaming today and decentralized casinos today, but I cannot wait for the battle of the memes on Coinaki from Rack and Rochelle and Ms. Rochelle. I think it's going to be exciting. It could be a lot of fun there. So we've got a couple of sites there. I want to gather them all together. We're going to do a show on that maybe tomorrow. I think I was going to possibly do it today, but we ended up doing gaming instead, which is cool. But we'll try and do the meme one too. And because there's more sites out there, and I didn't bring it the last time I tried to do a meme show. We're going to try and bring them as well. So you guys got all the resources that are out there right now. For those that are busy, right, that don't get to see them all. Hex right now on the move, 4.6%, guys. Woohoo! Like I say, once Hex goes, it goes. 3.2 cents is the mark for me. And at the moment here, we're only at 8,300 of a penny. So a lot of upside there. Most wanted, Rich Hart won there too, 4.4%. Ran obviously Pump Tires, one of the early ones. And then we've got Loan Token there, Liquid Loans up 4%. Liquid Loans out there, promoting PulseChain and crypto in all the conferences on YouTube. So they're out there doing a good job trying to expand the community as well. I think they're more on a weekly basis, but certainly playing their role, right? We've got a couple of influencers that are doing, daily shows. And we've got, quite a bigger group doing weekly shows. So there we go. And I think Fat Sammy's, you're in the weekly show group, aren't you, Fat Sammy? I think he is. He is doing a great job as well. We got what else? We've got Bria. We've got the meme Bria up 3%, and that is probably waiting for Coinaki and Coinwell to launch as well, Q4. But probably I'm thinking October, and so it'd be cool to see that. That's going to be multi-chain offering as well from Rack and Rochelle. Let's go further a bit down here. Obviously, Hex is on the move a little bit, up 3%, but ALGO too is a Hex derivative, up 1.5%. At number 25. So those are 25 coins, pretty much over 1%. Then we've got PUSD, the Greys down here as well. Incentive Token, up 1% there. PMX 500, up 1%. Time Dividend, up 1%. Time Dividend, of course, one of the best looking charts on the PulseChain, and still performing pretty well. Look at that. Plenty of room in the RSI. Look at it on the daily. RSI is only at 47, and the price is up here. So this is looking really good, this chart, for a potential move to the upside, the old Time Dividend. And of course, pretty interesting. Hex gone there from one of the PulseLand incentive tokens, up 0.6%. Federal Reserve, TAY, up 6% as well. So we've got a few little greenies all down here. I'm not going to go through all of them. I'll just pick off a few honorable mentions. Obviously, we talked about Peacock earlier with GeeZeR token. UFO down here as well, up 0.25%. PDC Greys, we've got a few PDC the Grey peers there as well. And, big shout out to Perry Banana. He's just crushing it. He's their influencer, the main influencer. There's a lot of influencers that back PDC, but he's the kind of the main guy. He does all the analytics and the strategy and does, great job of it. That's his thing. And he does it does amazing job of it. So kind of cool. What else? We got 9-inch of BBC. Hexy Bastard said that he was back. I'm waiting to see what he does there. Maybe he's just going to wait till October when the whole market starts to moon, and maybe we'll see some action there. Keep a tabs on the old Hexy Bastard there. What else? Scrolling down here, we got everything else is in the red. That's down there. Rhinify. It's got the Treasury Reserve, but not quite pumping yet. They are holding a lot of that Treasury Reserve for the Pulse market, so we'll keep a lookout for Rhinify. Love.io, we're waiting for the app, right, for Love.io, waiting for the app, and what the cool things are they going to have. Are they going to have big network platforms? So we're waiting for all that. So I don't know when Anders, how far have they still got those relationships? Are they going to still be pulling the trigger on those relationships when things take off? We'll keep a lookout for that. We did have an interview a couple of months ago with Anders, so we'll see what happens there. Question mark over that one, question mark. We've got two kind of corporates on PulseChain. One, I would argue, one is Love.io, which has their commerce site, Luffy.com, that has a little bit of value, comes over to the Love token here. And the other one, of course, is Source Sun Mini Meal, which I'm going to try and do a bigger update on that soon. What else? Let's see what else is down at Teddy Takeover. Down 3% right now. Has that been abandoned? Has it been abandoned by Moon King and that? I don't know. What do you guys reckon? Charts right on previous support here. And let's see where the RSI is on this too. Certainly oversold territory. So is that a pickup right now? Is that a pickup, question mark? It's been here before. Had a little pump off the bottom here. Is it going to have a pump off the bottom here right now? Question mark. Let's have a look at the weekly. Certainly RSI is a good guide, right, generally, but the RSI can stay down for a while. We're certainly low on the RSI right now at 33. So is this getting ready for a big wind-up? I guess you have to keep tabs on the big influencers. It does need big influencer support and some of their market makers that sit in behind those guys. So question mark there at the moment. PulseLand is getting the love, right? PulseLand is getting the love right now from those guys. So we're talking about Moon King and Ian Heinisch, people like that. SolidX right now, of course, this is what Sean was talking about, rotating from the XGame into SolidX, and that strategy, definitely a lot of people will be thinking about that, no doubt. And we've got SolidX at the moment at $7.23, is down 3% right now. And we may have the reversal happening right now where people are selling, the SolidX to get into XGame and then come back around, right, for the old XGame. SolidX, but at the moment, SolidX is just hit the oversold period. So maybe a good entry into here, $7.23. And as you guys know, they're going to have SolidX staking, and they're going to have different tiers. It's going to be based on US dollar values, which is actually a pretty good idea, rather than the amount of tokens you hold based on US dollars. It means people, once the price rallies, people can get that value and go into good tiers on the staking. And they're talking about having different tiers that might have bank accounts and credit cards and things like that. And so that'd be pretty cool. The faster they can do that sort of stuff, even the better. Because that'd be a utility that PulseChain desperately needs. We know Liberty Swap is also looking, as I said earlier, at credit cards. They mentioned that in a comment not a while ago, maybe a week ago or so. So there we go. That is where we are right now. $7.24, a pretty damn good zone for a pickup here. Obviously not financial advice, but given that XGame launch is only a few weeks away, based on what Panos said, then that's looking pretty good. Looking at the weekly here, we're at 39 on the RSI. So get ready to rumble. Get ready to rumble. Nice little entry there. What else we got down there? Sun Mini Meal, number 84, is down 3.8%. We're waiting. We're actually coming into the news zone for that, so October. And I will try and give you an update for Soul Sun Mini Meal. But it's currently at 4.3 cents right now. They're sitting on millions of dollars in their buy and burn. They are not usually using much of it. And so that's all planned because they're probably waiting for, the Floyn listing. I forgot it yesterday. Remember that? I forgot it yesterday. Floyn listing, which is a high valued customer crypto, investor, what do you call it, swapping side, or they're going to be ramping up to a lot of stuff, but it's pretty high valued people in there, like about 11,000 or something like that. That could also help lift the value as well. So we'll keep a lookout for that. But that's awesome. Minimum. What else are we going to talk about here? For investor down at $4.75. World's greatest PDI, some of the OG Web Chef stuff down here as well, down 7%. They're not doing too much lately. 9mm Dex is down here. Man, oh man, 9mm Dex. This is crazy, actually, to be honest. 9mm is all the way down here at number 96. This is crazy. Look at that. 9,400 for a penny, less than a cent. The market cap is 943K. Seems insane, doesn't it? Now, with 9-inch, you can understand it because only doing like 100K volume, it's relatively dead, even though it's the third biggest Dex on there. But as it stays in the suns, when we get more volume, it will go up to $500,000, $1 million. But Hex Bastard, we don't know what he's going to be doing there. Remember that $16 million raise, all that sort of stuff. So we'll see. But once that money's in your pocket, it's good times, parties. Ibiza, off to Ibiza. But we'll see. We'll see. 9mm. It's really cheap right now. Let's put an RSI on here as well, because this could be a nice little pickup here. We know that once PulseChain rallies, these DEXs should theoretically re-rally. And of course, the NFTs, if you're holding NFTs for 9mm, which sold out, you're earning a share of the profits, as I understand it. So not bad. But yeah, market 943K. RSI is not oversold on the weekly at 36, but the daily, so look at that. Daily definitely oversold. So another possible really good pickup here, 21 at the moment. But you might have to hold on to it for a bit because, obviously it's going to wait for PulseChain to have to reverse, and then the DEXs get re-rated. So some of my thoughts there. A couple opportunities there, definitely with the RSI indicators, but we'll see how that all goes. And then Unity down at the moment. Unity, obviously there's probably some major volume coming out 3 hours ago. That's at $3. It went from $3 all the way down to $2.67. So this is what we're expecting to see as the supply comes out for Unity, that we will see price adjustments just like we saw on Taurus, right? Taurus is on Ethereum, of course. So let's go have a look at Taurus. And Taurus there on Ethereum. Let's see what this is. 38 cents now, guys. Went down even further. Okay, so it was up here at where was it? This is an hour. It's the 5 minutes. Let's go to the hourly. There's hourly there. So we were, last time I looked at it, we were at 95 cents. So we're here. Now we're under $108, $1.08. We were at $1.08 when the last time I looked at it. We've been stepping down. All this new volume coming in. We had a big day coming out. Remember Taurus, and now we went all the way down to 33 cents, climbing back to 38 cents there. Now remember, when the price is this low, the buy and burn is burning way more coins, right? The buy and burn for the same value is burning way more coins. So just remember that. So yeah, even though the price comes down, the buy and burns is going to be eating that yummy, and obviously triple the amount that it was doing with the buy and burn. So very clever little mechanism there on the old Taurus. So not bad. Let's have a quick look at the website for Taurus while we're here. I don't even know what time it is. Time an hour and 13. We're actually doing pretty time on the show. Let's go to enter the Taurus here. We're going to go to the stats and check out where we are right now. How much liquid we got? We got 8,500 coins in liquid. What do we got in the buy and burn? 114,000 tokens have been staked so far. 97,300 have been burned. Now that burn rate is going to go up dramatically, right? Because now the price has gone down so quickly in such a short space of time. And let's look on the daily so we can get a good idea of that. Look at that. So, we were up here at $1.08 in the last 3 days, gone all the way down. So we're burning, 3 times as much now, pretty much. So that burn rate's going to go up big time. So even though we've got way more coins coming out, a lot more coins, that's going to be having a big impact there. We've still got 4.16 billion shares sharing the reward pool over here. And that's gone all the way down to 35K. Remember wasn't that up like 1.1 million at one stage? So there we go. Tokens out as 94,000. So interesting stuff. Let's quickly go to the dashboard on June and have a quick look at what we're expecting here. And what day are we on? We're on day 76. And you guys know the max period is 88 days. So we're getting closer to the 89 day mark. And that's going to be really interesting to see that. But everything's playing out pretty much as expected. So not too bad. So this is what we're expecting out here. So what did I say? We're on day 76. So we're jumping up big time. Oh, big jump today, guys. We're jumping from 288,000 to 400,000 there. 115,000 tokens, I think it is expected. That's a huge jump today. Keep a lookout for that. What people are going to really have to stake, aren't they? We are seeing people staking. See the orange? That's all people staking. We had the flipping in going on there. That is crazy. We are getting into some really fun period right now with the old volume. And of course, as we come up to day 88, look at that. We're going to have 1.6 million coins out there. Of course, some of them are going to be burned and staked. But then we got a big jump from 1.6 to 3.2 and onwards and upwards from the volume. So there we go. Going to be interesting. Now, obviously, people are going to be staking. Burning is going to be high. Price is going to have to adjust. And then, of course, the market makers will come in at some stage and potentially buy a lot of coins and stake those. So this is sort of some things we're expecting to happen. The buy and burn is going to keep buying and burning. The buy and build is going to keep buying and building, at least, well as capital. And the fractal will come in on day 110 and fill up the buy and burn. That's kind of the expectation. Of course, if the price of PulseX goes up, that's also going to help a lot, right? So there we go. Now, looking at the creating at the moment, creating is 800%, and the staking is 3,000. So everyone is staking coins. Everyone's encouraged to do that because that's where the math leads you, right? That's Taurus. Pretty interesting indeed. So that is Taurus. And what did we look at before? We looked at Unity too. So let's have a quick look at Unity just to wrap up the show. And it's been a gaming show, but we're finishing with a bit of DeFi and staking. Why not? So at the moment, $2.67. We had obviously that the price was at $3.11. It's autopilot that, so we did get a bit of a sell-off a couple hours ago. And let's have a quick look at the website and see where things are at with the old Unity. Let's go to the DApp as well. So at the moment, creating is 4,500%, staking is 3,900. So they're getting closer. So the price of Unity is getting almost to the point where staking will be more profitable, just like we saw with Taurus. And here we are on day 37. So we're 39 days behind Taurus, right? Price $2.67. The buy and burn is much bigger. So that's still going to be buying and burning. The cheaper the price, the more it's burning. The stats at the moment, we've got obviously still a pretty big pool there based on the price, 260,000. We got 97,000 tokens coming out. The liquid supply, we had 8,500 for Taurus. We got 900 tokens here for Unity, but I think that's all about to change. Burnt Unity is 14,800, 2.4 billion shares. State Unity 10,000, so still quite early, relatively speaking. But I think we're on a day. We're on day 37, and I think we're expecting. Day 37 that we're going to get a big jump here. Day 34. So we had the big jump. So day 34 was the big jump, and we had 13,000 tokens come out on day 34, and we're now on day 37. So day 34. Let me go to the daily here. So we really didn't see a big jump there. So maybe a lot of that stuff got staked or hasn't come out at all yet, but it should have, because we had a big jump here to 13,000. It was a massive jump, what we'd seen before. So now we're on day, what did we say, day 37? So we've still got, 5,700 tokens coming out. So why that really didn't, maybe they went and staked all that stuff. I don't know, but interesting. That didn't collapse the price as much as we thought. It's definitely down, but not quite as aggressive as we might have thought there. Maybe it's able to absorb that. Let's have a quick look at the prices here. I don't know what we're going to look at. 2,500. Let's have a look. So yeah, we did a couple of days ago did get 1,000 tokens sold, but nothing in particular. Let's go a bit smaller. Maybe we got $1,000. Yeah, so we just definitely had some selling, but nothing. I can't really see 13,000 there. So maybe it just staked. Anyway, that is the mark there on the old PulseChain. Did we do well? I think we did. We did well today. So yeah, we covered the gaming boom just begun. We've got some interesting things happening. Some projects close, going to launch sooner than later. So yeah, what did we go through? We went Gladiator games, Tournament 3's on this weekend, so played today. I'll be playing that. We got PulseLand coming up. That's pumping right now. We got Mafia game. Good chance it will end by the end of the year. It's only got one phase left with the intelligence phase. Fingers crossed. GeeZeR could launch by the end of the year as well with their Mafia. Well, 2 Mafia games. It's going to be interesting how they're going to look against each other. Obviously, Mafia itself is very high tech, so and then will GeeZeR be a simpler setup? We'll see all that. We've got XGame, of course, also potentially launching within a few weeks. Not quite as soon as we might have thought in September, but looks like definitely within a few weeks. They will keep a tab on that, and then OnChainBet. Looks like it's been deferred, isn't it? I mean, let's be frank. There could be it's going to be 6 months from now. We'll keep a track on it though, and we'll be patient as usual. It's all we can do, guys. 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed the coverage today. It's been a bit of fun. Gaming is definitely starting to boom, and it's great to have this whole new category just sort of come out and flourish. It's green shoots now, but it does really look like it's picking up, and we've already got some good action there. With definitely Gladiator games and all the rest of these games coming up, Gladiator games and Mafia gets to play that. And then the rest of these are going to be launching. So it's going to be a fun space for sure. All right, take care, everybody, and I will catch you guys on the next show tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. Don't forget to check out Crypto Paradise out there. Those guys are doing a great job on the daily show as well. Big shout out to them. Nate, of course, Nick, and Amaru. And of course, if you haven't checked out the Monster thread, should we post that? Let's do that. Let's post the Monster thread. If you haven't checked out all the hottest weekly news, then you definitely got to check that out. MVS Crypto, of course, the editor-in-chief and the promotional lead for the Crypto Night Show is doing a great job over there. So let me just find the Monster thread there. Bam. And don't forget to share it around. Very important there. Share it around. Monster thread. PulseChain. Weekly. Monster thread. Number 20. Anyway, 20 weeks. So PulseChain's not going anywhere, guys. We're just ramping up. Going to be cool. There's the link there. Now, I did think Richard Art was putting out a few posts. I'm just going to quickly check Richard Art just to make sure that I've covered everything because he may have put out something that's interesting. So let me just quick. I know that he was putting out quite a few things. Scam sites. Yeah, like I said yesterday, don't pull up, don't Google sites and watch out for the spelling and all that. Otherwise, you connect to some of these bridges and stuff, you'll get your whole wallet rugged. These guys they're main nasty people out there. They want to scam you out of all your mucho grandes, especially ahead of the bull market. So be very careful with your links. Don't be nonchalant. Don't do things when you're late. Don't think that things if you've been partying up, because it's when you can easily get wrecked there. See, I just ruined the word weekly. I've got 2Ks in there. That's how easy it is to do that. So be careful out there. That's something Richard Hart has been warning about. The community's building. So I'm just looking at a few of these comments. That's pretty much it. So kind of cool. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll catch you guys again tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. And don't forget to follow and subscribe on YouTube and on X. And I'll catch you again. PulseChain for the win. That's all we can say. And I might do an update a little bit on X1 tomorrow, but we'll cover that then. And of course, Zen as well. We'll cover that. All right. Take care. Bye for now.